In the 1990s, there was an agent who handled superpower. He used astonishing methods to save his country. But even then, so many pieces of his country were broken that 15 new countries were created from it. Who kept harming his country? What was America's role in this mission? And at the end of the video, you will get some truly amazing information. Vladimir Putin was a KGB officer in the early period of his life. The KGB was the largest intelligence agency of the Soviet Union. Its job was to keep an eye on the enemies of the state and conduct covert operations. Putin also carried out intelligence services in Germany and other regions. This experience made him tough-minded and gave him a strategic way of thinking. At that time, the Soviet Union was one of the world's two major superpowers. The Cold War was ongoing between America and the Soviet Union. Every region held political and military importance. This background later shaped Russian politics. There was no direct war between the Soviet Union and Pakistan, but the war in Afghanistan brought both face to face. During that period, Pakistan was an ally of America. America provided weapons and training to the Afghan Mujahideen. Pakistan's intelligence agency played a role in logistics and planning. The fighters on Afghan soil were Afghans themselves. The objective was to weaken the Soviet army. This war proved to be very costly for the Soviet Union. It shook its entire system. At that time, the Soviet Union had a vast territory, stretching from Europe to Asia. Afghanistan was close to the Soviet Union's southern boundary. The Soviet leadership feared that if Afghanistan slipped out of their control, its effects could spread to neighboring regions. Therefore, military intervention was carried out in Afghanistan. However, the mountainous terrain and local resistance caused severe damage to the Soviet army. The prolonged war destroyed the economy. Military morale declined. Eventually, the Soviet Union continued to weaken. After the Afghanistan war, internal problems within the Soviet Union increased. Economic crisis, political unrest, and identity-based movements intensified. Various republics began demanding independence. The central government's control weakened. In 1991, the Soviet Union officially came to an end. This meant that a major superpower had collapsed. The world's political map changed. America emerged as the sole superpower. As a result of the collapse